Welcome everyone present here, and this was a webinar with the topic Work Culture Post Lockdown. And we are with Mr. Ajay Balaji, who has 18 years of experience in human resources. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Suren. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to have a session with you. Like you, I was talking about an aspect called new normal which is emerging around the world nowadays, and to give you a brief about new normal, like whatever the pandemic situation, the circumstances that we are going through, it actually is not a normal, but it is very new to us. It's very new, and it is not normal. We found it like HIV as a disease, but that time like it was not a normal scenario, but still we are living with HIV, right? So this is the kind of pandemic situation. There are lots of changes are happening nowadays. So this new changes will emerge as a normal.
So we need to start living with the corona. Am I right? So we have to get used to the disease.
Used to, like, we need to start a life of new normal, like implementing certain disciplines like physical activities and mental or like psychological activities which will give us like motivation or
you see, what are the clients of Indian IT companies saying about their work from home arrangements?
Yeah, Suren, like if we really look into this, like after starting the work from home options, like I heard from a lot of clients, like a lot of IT companies, their productivity has got increased up to like 150%, 200%, and in some of the organizations it is up to 300% also. Like actually the IT clients of, like, it may be an Indian client or it may be an abroad client, like actually they are delighted with the kind of delivery that is happening.
But the clients are happy with what the Indian workforce is delivering, or is there not even a slight delay or slight low in their productivity? Because in office culture there is some kind of a team environment, whereas in work from home you can't kind of a team building activities in work from home. So how does differ and how this makes an impact?
That may be applicable for some other industries like sales organization or retail organization or transportation organization, travel industry or accommodation industry or food industry or IT industry or food industry or some other industry. When it comes to IT industry, the IT industry, most of the 80 to 90% of the people are individual contributors. They contribute individually by writing.
You see, in recent times when I used to read articles every day, I used to study about layoffs. I used to study about they are reducing people in major companies like Infosys, TCS. They have reduced the number of fresh hires, as well as companies like MakeMyTrip, even Uber, which has been backed by Google. They also lay off employees. So the scenario is like that. How to stay motivated in these tough times?
Yeah, your question is very, very appropriate at this point of time. How to stay motivated is, like, first thing is to accept this situation. Actually, when we accept, like, this is right, or in this world, this is something which is happening. Not accepting as it is. We expect something to happen, and if does not happen, we does not accept the things what is happening. Actually, when we start accepting the things, like, then slowly, like, we can look at, like, what is possible right now. This is what is happening, and I accept that, and what else I can do right now will give some kind of positive thought process or
as a team leader.
As a, like, whatever you said, like, appropriately, I had weeks back with one of my friend, and she's my coachee also. She was struggling a lot, and she was not able to extract the work from their subordinates during work from home. They are doing that whatever they wanted to do, and whatever is required for the organization, or for that admiration, or some person like nothing cannot motivate him, like you may have to increase the threat, right? Like that, like we need to like understand the motivation factor for him, or like how to like
that our office is a safe place to work, especially in this pandemic.
Yeah, that is a great question today. Yeah, as an employer or as an organization, we need to take like a lot of measures and steps to like make the people comfortable and safe working environment. Like, first thing is there are a lot of precautionary items that like daily temperature testing for all the staff, and disinfecting the office in the morning and in the evening, like keeping hand sanitizer at the workplace on all the floors, or like if it's a very big office, so 5 or 6, like whatever is required for people, like those keeping doors and using the safety door opener, giving them the safety door opener, or we have to insist them on wearing masks. And finally, what I believe is like the social distancing, like something for 21 days, like we will use to addict to that, and we will do it on daily basis. Like people are started to work from home for 60 days.
They are comfortable in working from home.
They are also comfortable in working from home, and there's a pandemic situation is also outside their home. So both the things, like asking the people to come and they are willing to start coming to office. Like actually their brain would have wired in a certain way to work from home will be like comfortable for them. Like to break that person and rewire their brain will take a lot of time, and they also need to put certain effort, certain actions or efforts to do that. Actually, I'll share my example also. Like I started to go to office from 5th of May. When I really started to go to office, like on the first day, I had a lot of conversation. Like, why should I go to office? Like everything we are doing some work from home itself. Like everything is fine. Is it required to go to office? And a lot of people know, like from our family also, they also say like, oh, everybody is in work from home only. Why do you want to go? We have to cross all these barriers, and then only we can come to office. It's for everybody, not only for me. So those kind of stages will be there, and only we can do whatever is required for the organization or for us also.
Previously, there will be barriers inside the office, but initially, from now, coming to office itself is a barrier. Fine. It was a good statement, sir. So going to the next question. You see, the Indian government has announced that 100% of employees in terms of IT industry can work. But they also mentioned that you should engage them, or else you should be allowing them to work from home. So again, what is your view on that? They are one side they're saying that you can operate with 100% of workforce, and then they are also saying that you should allow them to work from home. So what is your view as an HR on this state?
You mean to say like they are saying 100% workforce can work from office, or?
No, they have allowed, in terms of IT industry, they have allowed 100% of workforce to work from office.
Consider if I am a small organization where my office is very small and I will not be able to make the social distancing in my teaching arrangement. Then the option is that I have to give the work from home option to all my staff, or like certain staff, like for example 20%, 30% or 40% staff. I can give that option as a in IT companies, and CPOs may extend their work from home option after this COVID or after this pandemic situation or something. Now they are planning to extend this work from home option, or there's a lot of opportunities also available in work from home option. For example, like before 3 months or 4 months, like whatever it is, a person from Tanjavur, like he can work in Tanjavur and he can report to the office in Mumbai, Bangalore or Delhi. Like even if it goes like this, like for example, UK, US people also, they can take Indian people work from home option, like in their roles also. That is what I see in the future.
But I have a question, sir. You see, all singers are not same. Similarly, all employees are not same. Certain people are self-motivated, and certain people, someone has to push them frequently to perform. As you say, the guy from Tanjavur, if he is a self-motivated person, then there is no issue. You don't even have to come to office. But what if someone has to push him? This is something. Okay.
One is dependent person, like their superior or their colleague or their subordinate is dependent will required for certain people. On for certain people will be an individual contributor. They may not require or their work may not require the dependability of any other person. Okay, it is based on these two criteria only. Like actually, 60 to 70% of the people, 30 to 40% of the people does not require any dependability of their colleague or manager or whoever it is, whatever it is. Like for them, it is a very good opportunity. For example, if it is a fresher, who is taking a new job, fresher or 1 or 2 years experience in software development itself, like in software development or software coding, whatever it is, he may require a lot of support from his supporting head or support from his colleagues, or he requires a lot of training, lot of on-the-job training, lot of dependability will be there in terms of knowledge sharing, gaining knowledge, and also for those kinds of activities to happen, like work from home, they can also do work from home, but they need to implement lot of communication systems between them, and they can do that. Otherwise, it is better them to come to office and work. And for example, if a person expert like a kind of a senior developer or a senior consultant having 8 to 10 years of experience, like he can very well do things on his own, and he does not require any dependability of his colleagues or boss or subordinate. Like those kind of persons can do, it's a good option for them actually. Can do work from home very well, and they will be master in having the communications and using the communication systems and giving knowledge sharing to people.
A big organization or a small organization, every organization has a culture, and how the teams in the organization are performing, are building the productivity without compromising on the culture, especially in this pandemic.
Yeah. As you said, like every organization has a culture actually. The culture is basically the strength of the organization people. For example, like certain organization has certain cultures. Like for example, if you take Infosys, like for Infosys, like integrity is the most important thing. Like all the staff in Infosys, they would like to have like 100% integrity. Whatever they say they'll do, or else they'll give some new commitments, every kind of commitment. This is what is built inside the organization called in Infosys. Right? For example, certain organizations like will have a kind of high based on the culture they build in, like the performance of the people will get increased. To increase the performance of the people, like I'm just sharing you 1 or 2 examples. Like culture means it's a kind of a broader thing. It has a lot of aspects. In that I'm focusing on the practice certain things for certain periods. Like the culture may not get impacted by the 2 months, 3 months, or maybe 6 months. Like they'll be strong in keeping up their cultures, and their culture will give the productivity also. I contribute to the business that I involved, and what are the actions that I can take. Keep engaging yourself on this conversation, and definitely you will have certain thoughts, certain actions, and then your life will start emerging.